The number 94 JC Kart of Reese Cohen will start from 11th with Tyler Howard alongside him. The lights are out and away we go. Down to turn number 1. For the first time they go through, and Hart assumes the lead from around the outside. A great start there from the Kiwi, a real Sunday specialist. Reese Cohen pushing on. He's already got himself up into 6th spot. He was second in the series. Jack Black's had to go bush. He will rejoin. He will rejoin in front of the field, but will have to get himself into position. Cameron Longmore's had a drama. Another one's gone around at the back as well. Through the middle part of the race circuit they go. Jack Black is the first card on track, but he has to fall into the line, which I'm sure he will do as they come down the front straight away. Hart leads away. McCulloch into 2nd spot there. Working their way through Ben Jerzak. He was the series leader coming into this weekend. He had a great day yesterday. Finished 3rd on points. He really gained a lot on Reese Cohen. Whoa, Cohen! He gets into Howard, I think it was. And around goes Howard. And out of commission. And down into turn number 1 they go. McCulloch's retaken the lead in all of that. So McCulloch leads away from Josh Hart. Then it's Morrissey who's got himself up to 3rd. Great to see the Queenslander back in the mix here, driving the Racehouse Pacific Kart Sport machine. And he's been unloaded now by Jerzak, and they're back at it. So Jerzak into 3rd, our 2 championship combatants in 1st and 2nd going at it. Josh Hart, who's challenging to be part of Team Australia. He is right up there. He's in 2nd spot at the moment. It's all going on in our last pre-final, being held in thankfully dry track conditions. Hopefully this is a precursor to what's coming on a bit later today. Back around to the start-finish straight they come. McCulloch leads away. In 2nd spot is Hart. In 3rd place is Jerzak pushing hard. Morrissey back to 4th. He's got Reese Cohen with Lee Nicolau right behind him pushing on. Nicolau took 2nd spot at our 2nd round. Did Lee Nicolau, the Victorian. Our top 3 nose to tail at the minute. Ben Jerzak's really grown into this series as it's gone on. Finished on the podium at round number 4 did Ben Jerzak at Eastern Creek. Through the right-hander, through the Mojo section they go. Our race leader is Michael McCulloch. Looking for 4 on the trot this weekend. Can he get the perfect weekend? It's been a real breakout weekend this for McCulloch as he comes down the front straight away. Hart still there in 2nd spot. So much experience with Josh Hart. This is where we usually see him come to the fore. Bit of bump drafting going on behind as Reese Cohen gets shuffled back 2 spots by Lee Nicolau, who takes the 44 with him. Now Jack Black is right behind Reese Cohen. So the 15-year-old out of Sydney hasn't necessarily had the greatest weekend in the Top Gun Racing Academy JC Kart. Drama for our 4th place man as they round him up to that part of the circuit. I think that's Morrissey in the 47. Bit of jostling going on there as they come back around to the start-finish straight. .44 of Howard up there. Now down into turn number 1 they go. Problem for Brzezinski. He pulls the number 18 in and out of commission. So Jack Black stepping up. He's in the mix this weekend. He's now in front of Cohen. Battle for 4th and 5th continuing on. That's between Nicolau and Morrissey. So Cohen closing in on the rear of Jack Black here. Jack Black driving the number 8 in honour of Jason Richards. Of course, this weekend is the Jason Richards Memorial Weekend. We will crown the winner of the Jason Richards Trophy as the winner of DD2 this afternoon. Then tonight, the Jason Richards Memorial Award will be presented. Number of drivers in line for that one. I have no intel, even from the team, as to who that might be yet. Cohen all over the back of Black. They're closing in on Nicolau in the Shimmick Racing number 14. the Victorian veteran. You're watching Rotax Light presented by DPE Kart Superstore. 2 locations, one in Melbourne, one on the Gold Coast. Plenty more news set to come from DPE Kart Superstore in the months to come. Down the front straight away they go. Cohen all over the back of Black with 10 laps remaining. Our top 3 have pulled clear. McCulloch still leading the way by a small margin over Hart, with Jerzak still in 3rd. Then it's Morrissey in 4th, followed by Howard. Then it is Nicolau, Black and Cohen. That is the top runners at the moment. You're watching the battle between Jack Black in the number 8 and Reese Cohen in the green and gold JC Kart. Huge battle going on a bit further back as well. Plenty happening out there as we've now got dry conditions. Hopefully that remains that way for the rest of the day. Here's this battle pack. Check this out. Down to the front straight away comes this group. Check them out. Headed up by the number 20. And of course, it's Harrison Stock. He was just outside the... Longmore trying to fight his way back forward. He had an issue in the opening laps. He's part of that group there. He's the 3rd one in line. The bright pink helmet is Cameron Longmore, the New South Welshman. Trying to be part of it. Meantime, up the front, Hart's decided to put the foot down and close the gap to Michael McCulloch, who's had clear air in front of him all race long. It's been like that for the majority of the weekend for him, as now Longmore makes up a couple of spots in this battle that you're watching. One gets spat out the side there. As they come down the front straight away, the next one on Longmore's shopping list is Harrison Stock in a 20 Castrol back machine. So the lap's starting to wind down. We're past the half race distance in this one. I'll bring you the call of the card. From our top runners, tremendous racing as Michael McCulloch leads from Hart, then Jerzak, Morrissey, Howard, Lee Nicolau in 6th, Jack Black in 7th, Reese Cohen in 8th, Marcello Sirachi, he's in 9th, Josh Rogers up to 10th, then Stock, Longmore and Toby Webb in the 26th. Longmore pushing forward, trying to make his way further up the field. I think Stock's had an issue out there. He's got Toby Webb on his tail. Meantime, up the front, there's been a change for the lead with Joshua Hart, the vastly experienced Kiwi. He's taken out 2 rounds this year. He leads the way over McCulloch. Jerzak, our series leader. He extended that series lead yesterday. He sits in 3rd spot. He is well and truly in line to take that Team Australia place. It's who takes the 2nd Team Australia place in Rotax Max that is the question. Of course, all these drivers using the Rotax Max FR125 Evo engine, a 125cc water-cooled motor, producing around 28-29 horsepower. So go through the left hand of this battle between our top 3. What can Jerzak do about Hart? And of course, McCulloch, Jerzak will know the situation that he doesn't necessarily need to get involved in a fight with these two. It's more about personal pride for the Queenslander. Of course, the former national champion Ben Jerzak went off and did some Formula Ford for a couple of years, then made a return to the national karting scene in the Rotax Pro Tour with Team Praga last year. What can you say about Josh Hart? So much experience at the European level. He's been quick out the box on this circuit. It's right down his alley. Experience as both a mechanic and driver. And he's been absolutely superb this year. He's not doing any other racing than the Rotax Pro Tour. And he's been right amongst it with the Aussie youngsters. Michael McCulloch, he was quick at our opening round of the series at Todd Road back in January. Back on a 38-degree day at Todd Road on that particular day, Australia Day weekend. Then he's really got it together this weekend. Took out all three of our heat races as well as times qualifying yesterday as Hart leads them back around onto the front straightaway. There's only 4 laps to go now. McCulloch right in the slipstream. Down to turn number 1 they go. The top 3 have pulled well clear of our 4th place man. That, of course, is Troy Morrissey sitting there in 4th. He's got Tyler Howard right behind him. So Morrissey back to form this weekend. Good to see. He's had a struggle this year in the Racehouse Prepared Pacific Kart Sport machine. Good to see him back up toward the front. No one in the top 3 showing their hand just at this stage. Hart holding onto the lead. McCulloch watching his every movement. The man in 3rd position, Jerzak, just losing a couple of kart lengths over the last part of the lap as now McCulloch goes up the inside and takes the lead from Josh Hart. So 1, 2 and 3, nose to tail at the moment. Jerzak's up on the wheel now behind his fellow Praga competitor. Morrissey's still in 4th, Howard's still in 5th. Jack Black in 6th spot now in front of Nicolau. Reese Cohen, he's in 8th placing, then Srirachi in 9th. Josh Rogers rounding out our top 10 at the moment. Cameron Longmore, good performance from him to recover. He's back up to 11th position. Back to the start, finish straight they come. McCulloch leading over Hart. 2 laps to go now on this 1,117 metre. The Bend Motorsport Karting Stadium. The first ever race event to be held on this track. Of course, next weekend it'll be used for rallycross. Also used for drifting as well. So a multi-purpose facility. From a karting perspective, built with a single-minded vision of hosting international, globally recognised events. Could we see the Rotax Max Grand Final Challenge held on this very circuit in the years to come? DPE Kart Superstore bringing us Rotax Light. The DPE Kart Superstore at Yatala on the Gold Coast next weekend, hosting an open day. Just by walking in the door on Friday or Saturday, you go into the draw to win a brand new Arrow chassis. So get along to DPE Kart Superstore Friday and Saturday next week. Discounts across the board as now the battle for second starting to heat up as McCulloch's put the foot down and taken off. Hart's got Jerzak all over his tail. Hart will be quite happy with the front row start, you get the feeling. Jerzak could be even happier if he could get through on the Kiwi veteran as they work their way out of the Mojo section of the racetrack and head back towards the start, finish straight. McCulloch has been supreme this weekend, a real breakout weekend for him as the checkered flag comes out and McCulloch gets it done. Second place goes to Hart, I think just over Jerzak. Then it's Howard home in front of Morrissey, followed by Nicolau, Jack Black, then the 94 of Cohen. Then it's the number 93 of Srirachi. He comes through Josh Rogers. The next one across the line. Then it's Longmore who recovered, followed by the 26 of Toby Webb as they all come through. That was Rotax Light presented by DPE Kart Superstore at the grand final day of the Rotax Pro Tour for season 2018, presented by Tough As.